So I started off with some 1/2 inch thick plywood, and this was 8 feet tall by 4 feet wide. I got it from Home Depot, and you can get an employee to cut it for you. So I had my plywood cut in half. So I had 2 4 by 4 foot pieces of wood. I also bought a couple of 8-foot furring strips, which I will show you later in the video. I had them cut down to 2.5-foot pieces, and that's going to be used for the support for the butterfly in the back. Now, the client originally bought this butterfly backdrop template that you print out and then you tape it together and then cut it out, and then you trace it onto whatever surface that you're going to be making the butterfly out of. However, this template was too big. It would make an 8-foot butterfly, and my wood was only 4 by 4 feet. So I ended up drawing a butterfly myself, and I'm not much of an artist, but it did look enough like a butterfly for me to cut out. So what I was going to do was draw half of the butterfly on one half of the wood, cut it out, and then use that to trace the other half of the butterfly on the other half of the wood, and that would make up my butterfly backdrop. So I'm going to start off by using my Ryobi Jigsaw. I hope I pronounced that right. And I'm using the metal wood blade. It says on there like wood/metal or metal/wood. I'm not sure what order it's in, but it has smaller ridges, and I'm on number 4 as far as the setting goes. And I'm not much of a wood person, but I just took my time on it and just made sure that I follow the lines that I drew, and just, that's all I can say. Take your time on it. Make sure you put some weight on the board so it's not falling off. Make sure you got your goggles on. I wear a mask and everything to protect myself from the sawdust and everything like that. I also wear hearing protection because it is pretty loud. I also use the sander to smooth out the edges so that I will not be, getting splinters in my hands. Now, I don't show this in the video, but after I'm done sanding this down, again, I use this half of the wing to trace the other half of the butterfly onto the other board and cut that out. So now I'm using some wood glue to glue the butterfly head on top of the butterfly wing. It actually came off while I was cutting the butterfly out of the wood. So there you see me putting the half of the butterfly head onto that half of the wing, and then I'm going to do the same thing to the other half of the wing. First, I'm going to align the two halves up, and then I'm going to glue that other half on to that wing using weight to hold it down. So now I'm taking my 2.5-foot furring strips that I mentioned before, and I'm going to use some wood glue, and I'm going to glue that to the back of the butterfly wings. And this is going to provide support for the butterfly wing, as well as allow me to screw the brackets onto the butterfly so that it can stand on its own. Now make sure you put some bricks on there or something on there to weigh it down so that it can really stick to that butterfly. So I use some number 8 3/4 inch screws, and I use like a 8-foot Everbuilt bracket, and I screwed that onto the furring strips. And I got all of this stuff from Home Depot. The butterfly does not connect, so I actually had to put the bricks under to straighten it out in order to make the butterfly wings connect. So now I don't want to be doing this. The butterfly wings did not line up, right? That's because I messed up. And when I put in the strip of wood, when I glued the strip of wood on this side, I not only glued it at an angle, but I did not glue it where it was long enough where it would be touching the ground. See, what I should have been doing was doing what I'm doing now, putting the butterfly wing up, and then I use this brick, okay, to get it up to the height that it needs to be, to where when I put the wings together, they will come together and align correctly. So to correct my mistake, I had to unscrew the bracket and re-screw it so that it would touch the ground. I also screwed the bracket back on at an angle since I glued the furring strip on at an angle. And that's the only way I could get that bracket to be in alignment with the other bracket on the right hand side. So now I'm painting the butterfly a beige color, and then I'm going to take some gold spray paint and spray over this color. So here's what the butterfly looks before I added the gold spray paint. I was able to get the butterfly wings to connect in alignment by making the brackets at the ends touch the ground, and I used some bricks for extra support. And here's the finished product to the butterfly backdrop. So if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, go ahead on and like it, and please subscribe, and you'll get notifications on future videos on balloon and event decor. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.